so it's inside track from RC Battle and Supercross here near Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. I'm joined by Pekko Iivonen, as I can't say it out of the way, Dave Ronnefalk, Cody Watson. Sorry, I shouldn't amuse myself. Cody Watson, Spencer Heckert, Aydin Horne, and Keenan K. White, Lefty the Great with a hat. The Sheriff. Great. Okay, what I thought I'd do is rather than talk about instantaneously, rather than talk about this event, I thought I'd go back to the last quite big event we were either at or watched, and I'd ask about the Worlds. And I know 3 or 4 of you were there, so I just asked you to sum up how you felt your Worlds went. And I'll start with Pekko. How do you feel it went, Pekko?
It didn't go that well. It wasn't okay. Yeah.
Wasn't driving in my auto.
You need to you can expand. Yeah, I mean,
the qualifiers were quite good. I get the car working, but I had quite bad day for the qualifying because the first one was no sun for me, and the track was quite not hot, and the second one was too hot for me, and the last one was again cold. But the drive was like best of the weekend. And in the bump-up final, I didn't do that well because the car was too soft for me and just it was terrible to drive. But otherwise, it was okay.
I think I'm going to skip you because apparently, and I'll go to Aydin. Apart from
incredible, I nailed it.
Your love for someone else's girlfriend. How did it go?
I didn't say I love Tom Robbins' girlfriend. I just said I would like to be Tom Robin, to be dating her.
Let him clear that up for you.
Yeah. I mean, Worlds. It was awesome. Pitted right across from Tom Robin and his girlfriend. It was a great week. Results were incredible. Qualified 89th, and I hang my hat on that. So, drove really good. You know, you have to if you're going to be 89th. Battled with Dagani for a little bit. As far as I'm concerned, he's a world champion. So, I did beat Dagani, so I pretty much won Worlds. I beat JQ. I battle with him every time he comes over here. So, 1 down, Horne to the top. I bumped up a couple times. I ended up finishing 65th from 89. So, you know, we take that.
Hit some squid on the straightaway.
And there was actually a red SWorkz car that was upside down on the straightaway in my last one,
I don't know what you're talking about.
which ended my run to the final.
Help me out.
But I put him back on his wheels, so
Who's me?
that's all you can ask for.
All right, I'm in there. Yeah, World was meant. Started up pretty rough. It was definitely a lot different. But, you know, we made the Saturday show after bumping up on Friday and continued my bump streak. I can't remember the last time I didn't bump at a race, which is kind of funny. But, yeah, collected with Horne on the straightaway. It was mint. He doesn't think so, but I was pretty excited to be back on my wheels, and yeah, it was mint. Can't be too upset.
And your finishing position was?
I don't even know. It was like
Better than 65th.
it was better than 65th. It was we'll call it like 48.
There we go.
Big Large's number 48 because it's not 17. Hope you're watching Big Large.
I'm sure he isn't.
I hope he's not.
I hope he is.
That's my dad.
That's Al Horne. Al Horne, Big Large, same thing.
Big large. Yeah,
He's mint.
because he has a big large penis.
Yeah, he does.
And such small things come out of it. Anyway, so
Who's next?
well, we'll go with this bloke. So several weeks on, how do you feel about it?
It was close. In the end, it was really close. Yeah, I felt like with 10 minutes to go there in the main, I felt like I had it. But obviously, it was a close race with Davide towards the end, and I kind of just blinked for a second there coming up the straightaway with 5-6 minutes to go, and I rolled it, and that ruined the last couple of minutes of racing for me. So, yeah, I ended up second. Starting from 11th is it wasn't a bad comeback, but obviously not what I wanted. But yeah, second place, considering where we was after the semi, I'll take it.
Has JQ forgiven you yet for not winning?
He was actually. I have a video of him being the first one up on the driver's stand, like hugging me after I just crossed the finish line. So he was like, it's all good. You made a good drive, good comeback. So just keep telling me good things and
flip at the end of the straightaway.
he didn't see it from where he was standing. So that was lucky on me. But yeah, that kind of it was a good charge. We gambled on the tire for the main. Been running a normal compound for most part of the race, medium Saharas, and I gambled running a clay compound in the main, and that kind of got me back into the game, I would say. Picked up like a second and a half almost from my semi speed I had, and it was really good. So it was unfortunate it didn't go all the way, but coming from 11th, I didn't expect to be challenging for the win towards the end of the race. So I'm pleased.
Is it frustrating you now have to wait 2 years before you can do it again? Is it like, I want to do it the following weekend? Is it how? I mean, obviously you've been the other way around. You've been the world champion and had 2 years basking in the glory. I mean, is it like, oh no, I've got to wait so long to get another chance?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I love the big races. When everyone is there, big, great competition. That's what I live for. So I can't wait for Brazil 2024.
Possibly.
Well, that's what they said.
That's what they say.
Maybe not. We'll see. If it is, I'll be excited to go there and try to get it back. It's been since 2016, so it's been a while. But yeah, I'll get it back at one point.
Thanks, David. So, Cody, you're the person who didn't go.
Yeah.
And you can hold that. so did you watch it from home, or were you too busy living your life?
I was too busy, honestly. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I worked full time, so.
What do you do?
Electrician work.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've known that. You see, I had to wire that container myself because they wouldn't put it. We're in danger of electrocution. We had an electrician with us the whole time.
Holler at me.
So, frankly, we haven't got the lights to work in there, so we may have you round. What's your call out rate? It's not very far.
I'll come out. Yeah, I could get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of bucks. Excellent. We'll have you in the morning, no problem at all. Thanks. Well, so, Cody, so it's your second run working with a JQSM team. I believe actually using one of JQ's cars. I mean, you're not racing as regularly as everyone else. How easy is it to get back into the groove again?
Honestly, I kind of just got back on the track, and I felt like after like maybe 2 minutes, I felt like I was already like just zoned back in. It was just there. And I'm not running my car. I'm actually running JQ's because I've been struggling with mine or whatever. And we've been doing some different stuff or whatever and trying different things during practice. And my first qual, the car was just perfected. And then after that, we made a change. And ever since, it's never had traction since. So
Never change a
I don't
winning
know
car.
how on this track, but.
Thanks, Cody. Let's go and talk to the man who's won everything. He's not only has he won the round 7, but today won everything today.
We'll give David that.
Today.
Yeah, had a good day today.
Not competitive at all. Won everything today. Even more importantly, you won the RCGP Loves RC2, so you managed to help the disadvantaged as well.
Yeah, dude, we gained a second a lap.
There we are.
Out there.
So
Things meant. Horne's on the phone over here.
who are you on the phone to?
Richard. He's with the
Richard
King.
Saxon.
Hey, Richard, you want to say something here at the RCGP?
Get in there.
Hey, hello, everybody. I wish I was there.
So you heard it from the King here.
So Richard Saxon on the phone here. Richard, it's Nick from RCGP. We're filming our inside track. Has Aydin been honest about his performance, or has he been bigging it up a bit?
No, they're both doing the best they can, and that's all we ask from them. We know it's a difficult road over there, especially they've never been to the track, and then some water and some bumps, and it's 8 scale. 8 scale will make you crazy. That's why I stick with it, because I'm super crazy.
Well, it certainly explains Aydin, that's for sure. It does make you crazy. So thank you, Richard. Lovely talking to you. So back to you again. So did you think you were going to hit the ground running like you have? You were a bit of a surprise to us. You've done so well.
Yesterday was actually a little bit rough, so yeah, I would say it was a little bit of a surprise. We kind of knew what we had to do though. I've been here a couple times, so I knew the conditions in the middle of the day were going to be pretty high grip. So we made a gamble on the tire for the first main, and it ended up paying off. So it was dialed.
Great. So I was going to go to Aydin, but he's still on the phone with his mum. So Pekko, how have you found it? Your first trip to the States, your first run around an American circuit?
Yeah, it's cool. It's much different than in Europe and in Finland. So it's totally different and new for me. And the rush was quite good for me. But today it has been quite struggle with the starts and stuff. But for the last one, I had good start and the car was perfect, like 7 minutes. But after that, it was maybe too soft or something like that, which made the car quite not that easy to drive. So I made a mistake and Spencer got me and David loses his win because of me. So. Sorry for that.
That's teamwork for you.
Yeah, I was like there, you know, just cruising on my own, like kind of keeping an eye on what was happening behind me, and I was like, you know, Pekko was in second, Rose was in third, Spencer was fourth going into the last lap, and he ends up second. I'm like, why?
Yeah, that's teamwork. So Aydin, first of all, can you outline the pep talk that Richard Saxon has just given you after your performance today?
Oh, you know, we're just daily calls with Rich. You know how it goes. So, yeah, just giving him the rundown, you know, trying to get on pace here, maybe get on the box. Didn't quite make it today, so got to do what we can out there.
Keep going, because Pekko's got four more beers to get through before the end of this one.
All right, what do you want me to talk about?
What are your aims for your life?
For my life?
Yeah. Is it Tom
Right.
Robbins' girlfriend?
No, she's probably out of my league. I mean, realistically, if I had to be honest, you know, with all the RC chemicals and everything, probably just race till I get cancer and die. Probably around 30, so
Well, you know,
a couple more years left.
it's an aim. It's a target. You know, that's what you want to achieve. 30. I mean, I think honestly, I think what we should. I've decided that we're going to keep this going until Pekko has drunk all the beer.
The beer's warm.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how them 10 scale guys do it. You know, a lot of tire
The
sauce.
trophies earlier were a little warm.
It's probably not good for
You
you.
don't want a warm trophy.
Yeah.
Hang on. Wait a
That's
second.
right.
Wait
We
a
are
second.
going to Masters
I
of
will now
Dirt
pass you
next
the microphone,
weekend,
and you can ask your
and
questions.
it's going to be a good race. Super
Please take it
stoked
off
for
him
it.
first, though.
Brent Densford does a great job at Beach RC. So, yeah, super stoked for that one. Lefty's going to be there. Spencer's going to be there. Ronnefalk's going to come and run my car, see how it goes. Beach next weekend. Yeah.
Well, there's a new sheriff in town, and he's named Lefty. So, we're going to Masters of Dirt next weekend. Are you going to win?
No.
That's not the answer I wanted.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Make me feel better. Let's talk to Spencer, because Spencer, you've been on fire today. What clicked for you today?
I don't know.
You've been good. You're really good.
I woke up and decided I was going to have myself a day.
Yeah,
I guess that's the best way to explain it.
What changes have you made to your car? Because I heard that when Bornos was talking earlier, he wasn't comfortable with his car. He looked more comfortable in the second race, I think. What have you done to make your car, and what are the difference between you and Joe and your driving and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, made a little bit of suspension changes. Went away from bladders, went to emulsion, gave it a little more grip. In the middle of the day, I put CVAs on the back of my car because it was really loose. Then I took them off. Then I went stiffer shock oil. I don't know. We changed a bunch of stuff today. I just drove better, honestly.
Very good. That's the honest answer. Honest answer. Let's talk to my good friend Cody over there. Cody, you know, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Gotta get you in front of the mic.
Yeah.
Been a long time since you've been driving. You haven't really raced in S&B. What was one of the hardest things to get over coming to the track? You had some great hot laps and you had some bad luck. You had the pace. But what's been one of the biggest things for you to overcome at this track so far?
I think I could win, even though the car is not to where I wanted at. I think I could finish a lot better than what I'm doing. You know, like I feel like I'm trying to keep up a little bit too much with the guys, like try to catch them and stuff. I think I could actually like just slow it down a little bit maybe, you know, be a little bit more consistent and go on from there. But definitely some track time back at home is what I need, you know.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's talk to the Viking. What's up, Viking? With your super tan legs, with your 1 month vacation in Italy.
1 month?
Well,
It was
about
2
that.
weeks.
I felt like 1 month since we had talked.
That's how you talk to people about their legs.
Well, I noticed his legs are really super tanned. He was almost looked like he had Bruno Coelho legs for a second. Coelho has the best legs in RC, by the way. You haven't seen it.
I don't shave mine.
I mean, not in that type of set.
I don't shave my legs.
Oh my gosh, we're not talking about Coelho's girlfriend. We're talking about his legs.
Yeah, I'm not shaving my legs.
No, hey man, don't knock it till you try it. So you come to SMB. I'm sorry, you come to this race, this track. First time coming here. You in the first round, you pushed really hard. You made some mistakes. What was one of the most difficult things when you was pushing at that pace?
Having the clay tires on my car still. Because we're way too soft for that run. That was like kind of the switch from from a clay to a normal compound, I'd say. So should have been on a soft compound in that one. So yeah, had a bad start. Was in the back. Kind of struggled to get myself back up through the field, and in the end I finished 4th, I believe. Yeah. So it was kind of hard to hang on to the car at times. It wanted to traction roll in a couple of corners. So tire was definitely too soft. So basically we just changed the tire for the last one. That's the only change we did, and in the last one I got a good start, and the car was a lot easier to drive. So
Excellent.
yeah,
And
exactly.
great tan on the legs, by the way.
Thank you.
Again, Pekko.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know it's okay. You've had about 10 Budweisers now, so it's yeah, it's okay. 10 Budweisers equal 1.
Yeah.
First time under the lights last night.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Really?
Yeah, the car was so fast, and the jumps were like surprise for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So not only did your first time in America, but your first time on this type of track, big supercross. You said to me yesterday that the jumps send you so high.
Yeah.
Right.
It's much higher than in Europe or in Finland.
Okay.
And it's super cool. You can repeat the car and like aim it where you landed, and it's much cooler.
Okay. So how about racing under the lights and all that stuff? Did it affect you any?
I don't know.
Because you don't do that in Finland, right?
Yeah, we done.
All right. So with that question, will we see you at DNC?
I don't know.
That I thought you'd say that. Anyway, back to Nick.
I am quite conscious that it's dark and we've been here for a very long time, so I'm gonna wind this up. But I do have one more question, and it is to Aydin, and this is a serious question, Aydin. We've already discussed how your career's going to end very soon.
Everything I do is serious.
Yeah.
What's up?
Do you
I'm
not
a serious
think
racer.
your calling could be to be the new Scotty Ernst and take over on the mic?
You know, I've thought about that. I will do it. If you guys need a race director and I'm lost my contracts, give me a call.
So next year,
Fly me in. I got 1 more year with Associated, but when that expires, I'm sure I'll be out of a job. So call my phone. I'll announce for your race. It'll be epic.
And as we know, whenever you do call his phone, he will answer, even if he's actually doing something else entirely on camera. Thank you very much for all of you here for Inside Track here from RC Badlands in Myrtle Beach. Thank you to Pekko Iivonen. Thank you to Dave Ronnefalk. Thank you to Cody Watson. Thank you to the winner of the day, big winner, even in this event. Thank you indeed, Spencer Heckert. Thank you, Aydin, and I'm looking forward to you taking over my job because I'm really very old. And thank you to Keenan K. White, the sheriff of the entire event. That's it for us, and we'll see you, if you can see us, tomorrow morning for more racing action from this clay stuff.